Hey there, welcome aboard. It's Walter here. Welcome. And we're going to talk about frozen finger, which is one of the issues, psychological issues that comes up in trading. If you want to learn about how 3 ways that you can build an account quickly, you should go to nakedtradingclass.com. Links below here, above there. You can just type in nakedtradingclass.com. You'll get 3 ways to build up an account quickly, which is what we're doing right now with a little $1,000 account. Now, let's talk about the frozen finger. What is it? Where does it come from? Well, we know that there are 3 things that we need to do to get really good at this stuff. The first thing is we got to find a system that fits our beliefs and trade it, get confident in it, back test it, get a bunch of data, see it in different markets, see how it works, see the pluses and the negatives and all that stuff, right? So that's doing your homework. The second thing we need to do, of course, is we've got to go ahead and figure out the risk rules. Now, the risk rules will help determine how quickly we make money, assuming we have a positive expectancy system, and how severe our drawdowns will be, how unlucky we're going to be, basically. And there are ranges there, but we can get a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like. So, and then the last thing is the psychology, and that's what we're going to talk about right here. So, if you have frozen finger, or you see a signal, you know it's a signal, you want to take it, it's a real signal for your trading, but you don't take it. The reason why this happens is because usually it's a low win rate strategy. So if you've been trading with a low win rate, this is often the case, that you find it difficult to take a trade. The next trade, you don't want to take it, mostly because you've been, what's happened every time you take a trade? Most times you take a trade and you lose money. So if you have a high reward risk ratio system with a low win rate, it can be quite daunting. So that kind of stinks. So what do you do about it? What do you do? Well, the thing that I like to do is I like to shift the focus away from the results of the trade and focus more on the execution. And by the way, this will get rid of a whole lot of psychological issues if you do this. So what I mean by this is, instead of us looking at the last trade and saying, oh, that last trade was loser, I'll look back and see what could I have done differently. Oh, I should have pulled the plug earlier. Oh, I shouldn't have taken this signal because this indicator was flagging over 80%, or whatever. There are lots of reasons why you can come up with reasons why you shouldn't do what you did. But hindsight bias isn't really useful here. The most useful thing is to reward yourself for pulling the trigger, for doing the right thing, for following your rules. And win or loss, you continue to reward yourself, give you stuff that you like movies, or coffee at Starbucks, or buy a new hamster, whatever. Buy a new Japanese fighting fish, or a new book, a new trading book, things like that you like to do. If you reward yourself for executing your strategy as you should, this will help you go a long way towards making the right decisions over and over again. Now, what will happen, of course, is the money will follow. So you're no longer focusing on the outcome, and you're focusing on the execution. And this, by the way, I believe is the #1 key to overcoming trading system issues. When I say trading system, I mean following your system. If you can just focus on the process and not on the result, this is key. It's very, very important. You can rate every entry and every exit. That's what I do in my trades. And so I'm not paying attention to what's happening in terms of wins and losses. I do that in chunks of 30 trades, right? But when I look at my entries and my exits, I always rate them and say, okay, when I get in the trade, okay, how well did I feel about this? Does it look right? Did I do it right now? Was it a little bit off? Was it a little bit late? Or what have you? So that's key there. So I hope that this helps. I wish you happy trading. If you'd like to join us in the on-demand training, go to nakedtradingclass.com. There's a link here below or above this video or something like that. Just go to nakedtradingclass.com and you'll see how you can grow a tiny account rather quickly. See you later. Happy trading. Bye.